What is going on with y'all boys, man? It is your boy Flex with a back at y'all boys again with another banger, bro. Come on, man. But as y'all boys can see by the title, man, I'm gonna be trying to put y'all boys on some game today, bro. A lot of people been asking me stuff like that, what they need to do and how much money and all this. And I've been seeing like a lot of videos and stuff, but I haven't been seeing like a lot of videos for I haven't been seeing like a lot of videos for like young people, stuff like that. So in this video, I'm gonna give y'all some gems and jewels, stuff like that. You know, stuff that you really need to take into consideration if you want to get in a vehicle like this, or maybe not even a vehicle. I take it as far as a house, anything like that. You know, on anything like in a market standpoint where you kind of gotta talk and money and credit is involved. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Oh, my nose kind of running. My bad. But yeah, man. I'm listening to music playing in the background. But yeah, man. So basically, I guess I'll get like my little background and kind of take it from there. So boom, y'all know I had the Mustang. I had my Mustang. Went and got that with no credit. When I got the Mustang with no credit, I put down $5,000. Well, what else? I had the Mustang for. And while I'm on the Mustang, I had my mom with me. She kind of like good with negotiating and just being with her, and having like doing so much research and stuff. Kind of showed me like how to do that and all of that. So yeah, like she kind of negotiated stuff like that. You know, talked, and we was kind of, when I was getting my Mustang, we was kind of like so deep into it. Like I didn't need to do a credit check, but I had like we had like talked about the payment and stuff. You know, like we was kind of deep in the deal. I hadn't signed paperwork or nothing yet, but we was deep in. So we was so deep in to where yeah, they knew how it was, to that point where they knew how much I wanted to put down. They knew how much I wasn't putting down. They pretty much knew the statistics, you know what I mean? So boom, at that point, she just kind of was working her magic, talking to him. And I thought I wasn't gonna get the Mustang that day, but ended up getting it. And yeah, so boom, fast forward, when did I get it? Okay, so I was honestly, okay, I had got the Mustang in May of 2020. That's when I bought it. I was honestly car shopping between, not really car shopping, but I was looking around between like January to May. Every time somebody asked me, I said the goal for me, I never would really put a time stamp on it. I was just saying between January and May. But honestly, I don't know. That was my exact answer, between January and May, but honestly, I don't know. So boom, I was just saying that, you know, that's about a year, 7 months to a year. So my mom and my dad was just telling me, just wait, keep the car for about a year. And I was just sitting here like, a year? What? Like, that's a long time. But I know people might say like, oh, that was a brand new car, you didn't even have it that long. Like, why you just And my thing was, the original car I wanted from the start was a Charger. I wanted a Charger. I wanted if I couldn't get into a Scat, I wanted a RT. So that was kind of like my goal. So it's like I wasn't just trying to throw that car to the back. It's like I was kind of just trying to get into what I really wanted, you know what I mean, at first. So boom, so like I said, yeah, I was just kind of car shopping, you know, And when you doing all of that, you want to pay attention to how much other people are paying, how much they're putting down, what their credit is. You gotta know the whole situation in order to compare your situation. You know what I mean? You can't just say, oh, they traded a car in, so I can trade the car in and go do. Or you can't say, oh, they got good credit, I got good credit. You gotta know the full situation. You gotta know their credit, how much they put down, how much the car was, what their APR is. It's a lot of stuff that play into part. You know what I mean? So boom, you can't just look at somebody's situation. You gotta look at the full situation. If you are gonna look at the situation, you gotta look at the full situation. And on top of this, I'm gonna keep going, but let me throw one thing in here. Y'all make sure that you stay on top of your credit. Make sure you have a solid way of building your credit, and make sure you do not mess up your credit. Credit is very important, especially at a young age. It's good to start your credit young. And if you're not on your vehicle, like, at all, if you have a cosigner or anything like that, then I honestly don't suggest getting a cosigner, because yeah, you might save a couple $100, but at the end of the day, I know some people have to get one because you won't get approved without one. But if you try to get a cosigner to save a couple $100, I say just go ahead and put the car in your name, because that's going to start establishing your credit. You know what I mean? Depending if you got credit or if you got bad credit, because bad credit is the same as no credit, basically. So yeah, I say just go ahead, get it put in your name. That way you could start somewhere. Then if you is car shopping for about a year, 2 years, 3 years, then you know what I mean? Now you got some background. Then look at that. Say you put that car in your name and you got a credit card. Boom. Now you're doing that. Say you got that car in your name. Say you got a credit card and you getting furniture. And you got some furniture. So, I know somebody that got their credit established just paying furniture. You know what I mean? It's a lot of stuff you can do just for, and when I say furniture, you could buy a brand new bed set for your room. Boom. That didn't go towards your credit. You know what I mean? A simple payment, no matter how much it is credit. You get that credit card, put some gas in it 2 or 3 times a month. Get some gas with it 2 or 3 times a month, and boom, pay that thing up. You chilling. You know what I mean? So boom. Yeah. So that's the route I say take with the whole credit situation and stuff like that. Then, like I say, APR is gonna play a big role. As a boy under 25 or 21, whichever one it is, we're gonna automatically have high APRs, just for the simple fact that this is the car that everybody is trying to get, and we're young. You know what I mean? They know these cars are getting stole a lot. They know that they getting wrecked a lot. They know what we doing. They know we doing donuts. Well, not we, but they know that people out here doing donuts, racing them, burning out. They loud cars, people act crazy in them. So, of course, they going to tax as much as they can because they know we going to buy it. They know we going to do whatever they get in it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, so, yeah, that's what I say. I say, crap, I done lost where I was. Yeah, so just make sure you're studying. Study. Anything you want, you gotta study. If you want to go get a house, you gotta look at them. You gotta study them. You know what I mean? You gotta know what you're getting into. You gotta be familiar. You gotta be aware. Like I said, make sure you talk to them. If you don't know what you're doing, this is one thing a dealership will really use you if you go up there and act like you don't know what you're talking about. I was talking to somebody. I was talking to somebody about car shopping. You know, I'm a little educated, so sometimes people talk to me and stuff like that. So, boom, I was talking to him. I'm like, okay, yeah, like, what's up? Like, nice, it's a nice car. Like, so what? You gonna get it, or you gonna go back and look at it, or what? And it was like, yeah, the dealership basically said that the car might get bought between now and tomorrow. So, put down like $30 for us to hold the car for you. I'm like, they told you that? Like, no, bro, that's crazy. And I know that might be known somewhere else, but what I do and what I know, that's nah, you know what I mean? Um, yeah, so if you don't know too much, or if you're not too if you're not too familiar with that whole sales territory and all that, I suggest you take somebody that know what they talking about, stuff like that. Now I'm gonna get a little bit deeper into it. So boom. It's so much with this topic. It is so much. I'm 19. Like I say, I started establishing my credit with my Mustang. You know, a lot of people ask me why didn't I just co-sign. I kind of wanted to take the route of doing it on my own, because that would establish my credit. You know what I mean? And I feel like I could take on the role of paying a car note, paying all that. You know what I mean? Like, it's a responsibility thing. You know what I mean? You gotta. It's like my mom always tell me this. It's nonstop. You know what I mean? It's nonstop till whenever you boom pay it off, or you know what I mean. A car note is not something you could pay up like house rent. Is you pay on it, and that's all going toward it. It's gonna come every month. You know what I mean? So yeah, that kind of got me established that kind of got me set up where I am now. Pretty sure my credit is somewhere in the sevens. Yeah, not too sure exactly where, but pretty sure it's somewhere in the sevens now. My I went through my credit union, and I'm gonna give y'all a little backstory. So when I first went to look at the 392 that I did purchase, I looked at it, and I took you know what I mean. I went in thinking, had a pretty good idea of that I was gonna get the car that day. You know what I mean? So boom, talking to him and this and that, and they hit me with all these fees and all these fees, and then I'm looking at these bank APR rates. Then I'm factoring my insurance into it. I'm thinking in my head, but I'm not getting this car today. And it's not that I couldn't afford it, but you have to have a little common sense to know when you are not making a financially smart decision. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of that plays a part in making adult decisions. It's gonna be a lot of times you have the money to afford something or pay for something, but do you have the money to maintain it? Do you have the money to withstand the time for it? You know what I mean? And you gotta really play that into part. You can't just make a snappy decision. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've been watching like a lot of. Before I made this video, it was heavy on my mind. I was watching a lot of other people make the video, so it's been on my mind heavy. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I went in, and I'm like, man, bro, I'm not gonna get it today. I'm talking to him, and I wanted to cry, but I'm like, bro, I did not, like, you know, like I said, I'm pretty educated, so I wasn't expecting to get hit with everything that I did that day. So I'm like, bro, are you serious? Like, it was all just kind of unexpected, like all the fees and all that. Then it was my first time going through that lot. So hold on, give me 1 second. Oof. Thank you. I hope y'all blessed me. But Yeah, I don't know if y'all know or not, but I went through CarMax. CarMax is actually it's a pretty good dealer to go through. You know what I mean? It's a pretty good car lot. They have a lot of Mopars right now. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, and they have them for good prices. They got some of the best prices I'm seeing right now. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Good miles on the cars. Good miles. When I went to look at my car, I seen like 2 Scats, and I wanted to look at them. I'm talking about cheaper than the one I was looking at, and cheaper than the one I was looking at, and and but they were on hold though. They were on hold. That's what it was. They was on hold. So I was like, dang, man. And it's crazy because as soon as I looked at the price, I'm looking at my mama. I'm like, mama, this price, this, that. I say, and they got this amount of miles. I know they sold. I said, I know they probably sold. I called the man out there. I said, what's up with you, right? He said, they on hold, man. I said, boom. So that was that right there. Them was on hold. So like I say, I knew I wasn't getting it that day. So I said, dang, I had my uncle with me. I wanted to cry, man. We all drove separate cars. I had some stuff to do. So I burnt out quick. I'm like, man, I wanted to cry. I'm like, but this was the one, bro. I'm talking about, and y'all, I'm finna get into one more thing before I kind of break it all down to y'all. So, my car was 38,000, and if you know right now, that is not bad. Okay, now that might have been a little bit over market price like last year or beginning of this year. That might have been a little bit over market price. 38 for the year. Mine is a 2016, and it has 31,000 miles on it. So that, bro, that if you know anything about Mopars, cars in general, but that's not bad. 2016, 31,000 miles. A car is supposed to supposedly have 10,000 miles every year. Do the math. That car is way ahead of its time. So I'm like, bro, this car gonna be gone with woo. So boom. My uncle was just telling me just give it some time. Might not be gone, but if it is what it is. So I just had to accept it. I'm like, bro, if it was meant to be, it would have happened, but I guess it's not. So boom, I stopped looking, and then one day something told me. They said, oh, and then when I was looking at that car, they was just kind of talking to me, giving me extra options, and I could go. Do I have a credit union? With I'm like, yeah, I got a credit union. They're like, bro, you could go through your credit union, this and that. They give out good loans. You never know. You say you got good credit. And I didn't let them run my credit because like I knew approximately where my credit was. So there's no point in. That's another thing. Do not let a dealer run your credit if you know where your credit kind of stand. You know what I mean? They know how to factor all that stuff in. They just want to get you in a door closer to that sale. That's all it is. But don't let them run your credit if you already know where your credit is. That's another gem right there. But then that's another way to save you some time. Don't let a dealer play with your time at all. So yeah, they was just telling me, if you got a credit union, go to the credit. But I'm like, bro, I don't want to do all that. Like, that's too much. I was saying, forget it. So if I can't get it, I can't get it. So boom, I waited probably like, that was November 1st. That was like November 1st. So boom, I'm like, bro, I can't get it. So knew my mind wasn't gonna stay off of it too long. I waited a month. And it was December 1st. And I called my credit union just on some bull. I just called them on some bull trying to see what I could do and what was going on. So I see how much of a loan I could get approved for. And I got approved for a lot of money, bro. So I'm not gonna disclose too much of that info, but I got approved for a lot of money. The amount that I got approved for, I was not really trying to use. I just wanted to give myself a little gap, you know what I mean? Cause whatever you don't use, it ain't gonna go against you. They just gonna take what you did use. So boom, I obviously used 38,000. So yeah, I talked to her and I didn't have to go get a check cut or nothing. I just had to talk to the car lot, and then I had to talk to the car lot, and then I talked to the car lot, and then I had to send like some paperwork to my had to send some paperwork to my credit union. Then that was kind of like something that they did. They got some paperwork and they got the check sent to them some kind of way. I didn't have to do nothing else. I didn't have to get a check cut or none of that. So, but when they did that, basically, I banked through my credit union. I got a low APR rate because I had that relationship with my credit union. They got my credit already. You know what I mean? They know all that. So I had a lower APR through them. And like I said, I'm not gonna disclose too much of that info. Yeah, I had a way lower. It's in the single digits if that helped enough. But yeah, I had a low APR rate through my credit union. That's another thing about credit unions. They most of the time they give you a lower APR rate, and most of the time you will get approved for a loan. They'll work with you. You know what I mean? So yeah, I did that with my credit union. Got approved for that. Went up there, talked to them. All I had to do was sign the papers, and the rest of it I just had to figure it out through my credit union. Like the stuff that you would do, like negotiating payments, stuff like that, rather than doing it with the dealership. The car is no longer the dealership. It's my credit union own the car now. You know what I mean? They bought it cash. Now it's me and them. Now it's between me and the credit union. So yeah, so that's the route that I ain't gonna say that everybody take your own route, but I just hope that I dropped y'all some gems, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Credit, getting your credit right. The market. I really didn't talk too much about the market. It's really not too much to say. Like I said, you just gotta fluctuate and look. As you look on there, you're gonna be able to see like if you want like a wide body scat or a wide body cat. If you want a wide body scat, dude, you gonna pay at least over, right now, I'm gonna say 48. I ain't gonna lie to you. At least 40. I'm giving you benefit of the doubt. At least 48. I might be off. I really want to say like 50, but wide body scat gonna run you at least 48, 50. I ain't gonna lie to you. A cat, wide body cat gonna run you at least, I want to say 60, 70. I ain't gonna lie to you, at least 60, 70, depending on the year and miles. All that play a part, you know what I mean? That's another thing I was gonna add. Do not go buy no slim body 2021 Scat base model. Now you can, but if you're gonna do that, at least talk them down a little bit. Don't be paying for a fully loaded car in this base model. You know what I mean? Like, bro, that's why I say I finessed. My car is fully loaded, 38,000, fully loaded. Beats package, black top from the dealership, not aftermarket, from the dealership. Sunroof, Alcantara seats, bro, all that, bro. Red brake pads, all, bro, from the dealer. None of that is aftermarket. All that is from the dealership, bro. Fully loaded from the dealer, dude. But I say that because it's ways out here around it. You don't have to buy a brand new car. You just gotta test drive the car, Know what you looking at. If it's bro, it's so much to explain. But in my opinion, if a car got over 50,000 miles, no matter the year, I'm not looking the car away. Now, y'all may say, well, your car got 30 woo miles on it. Yeah, it do. But here's the thing. I gave myself some time to hit the 50. I want to be the one that hit the 50. You know what I mean? I gave myself 20,000 miles to hit the 50. Now, I'm not going to say I highly doubt, but I don't think I'm going to put 60,000 miles on my car between now and the time that I either pay it off or get rid of it. Now y'all know what the Mopar market is doing right now. Y'all know what Dodge said they're gonna do. So you do the math with that. You tell me if you think I'm going now. I might have to keep it. You never know, because only the market is gonna show us what it's doing over time. But yeah, that's my goal. I either want to try to trade it in for and get as much money as I can out of it, or just keep it and pay it off. You know what I mean? Like I said, this is my dream car right here. I'm chilling on it. You know what I mean? So yeah, y'all, I'm gonna end it on that part right there. Don't if you got any questions, like I said, but I'm 19. I feel like I got a good idea of what I'll be talking about when it comes to this kind of stuff, just because of the research that I did to get what I wanted to get. You know what I mean? And yes, my name is on everything. Yes, yes, I mean, yes, yeah, like I had help, stuff like that, but I mean, for the most part, it's kind of all on me. You know what I mean? Thank you. Like I said, I'm blessed to be in this situation at this age. Thank you to God. RP my dad that's no longer with us. RP my granny. But yeah, I'm blessed to be in this situation at this age. You know what I mean? Like I always say, this is just the first step to the ladder. There's much more to come. But yeah, man, that's just kind of where I'm gonna end it right there. Don't go pay 50,000 for no don't go pay 50,000 for a base model car just because it's a 2021 and you want to say you drove it off the lot with 2 miles on it. Don't financially do that to yourself. You know what I mean? There's much smarter routes you could take out here. Then last thing, I know y'all gonna have this question. Yes, I did trade the Mustang in. I was positive equity $8,000. So technically that $8,000 was my down payment. They did use that full amount. Not every dealership will do that, but I know that CarMax did use that full amount toward my car. Yes, they did use that full amount toward, I mean, not my, yeah, I mean, yeah, they used that full amount toward my trading value. They didn't attempt to keep like none of that equity. You know what I mean? I got all of that positive equity. And y'all might find that hard to believe, but I mean, I was there when I signed the papers and all that. I mean, I talked all the numbers with them, but yeah, they used all that toward my positive equity. Not every dealership will do that. Some of them, like I know one dealership I talked to, they tried to I was positive like 7,000, I think, when I went and talked to them, and they tried to keep like 5 or 4 or something like that, and only gave me like 3 and wanted some more down plus me. I'm like, bro, nah, I ain't doing that. So yeah, like I say, that's a big thing that play a factor. You gotta know how to negotiate. You gotta know what you talking about. You gotta go in there. You have to go in there knowing what you talking about. Can't be asking, oh, so this a Scatpack or bro, they gonna automatically try to get over on you automatically, bro. You have to talk like you, even if you don't know what you're talking about, bro, you gotta talk like you know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I say, man, that's it for this video right here. But this was a long video. I'm gonna end it right here. Like I say, y'all let me know in the comments if if y'all got any questions, you know what I mean? I'll help any of y'all. Y'all hit me up on Instagram, anything like that, man. Y'all let me know. Anything like that, hit me on Instagram, Snapchat, any of that. Y'all got questions, anything like that, I'm open to help anybody. No, I don't charge, nothing like that. Nah, free to help anybody, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm 19. I like seeing other people win. So yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man. It's your boy Flex. Wait, hey, I'ma catch y'all boys in a next video. I hope this video helped y'all to the max. You know what I mean? I really do hope it did. If you got questions, let me know. If y'all ask certain questions, I might say I don't want to disclose that info just because people nosy, and I feel like some people won't. You know, that's a whole different topic. But yeah, certain info I don't like to disclose for personal reasons. But yeah, man, just you don't know till you ask. You know what I mean? So y'all go ahead, get in the comments, drop the questions, all that good stuff. And without further ado, man, it's your boy Flex. Hey, because y'all boys in the next video. Hope y'all boys had a good New Year. Call this video right here the New Year special, man. And that's pretty much it, man. Y'all boys stay blessed, stay safe, keep God first, and stay prayed up, man. Gang.